first of all say Shalom al-Kulkhun, which means in Aramaic, hi to everyone. This is what Jesus used to recite in these words to his people when preaching at the beginning, which is Shalom likulchem, or Shalom al-Kulkhun in Aramaic, Jesus' language in the Galilee. As a Christian Aramaean from Galilee, belonged to the Syriac Maronite Church of Antioch, very ancient church, as followers of early Christians or Jews who follow Jesus in the land of Israel. We still exist in the Galilee. Many people don't know, but we still do exist. And we belong to different ancient churches that still actually exist and were founded by early Jews like St. Peter, like St. Paul, and all the early Jews who followed Jesus and were called Messianics. So I come to you, to Ariel, to speak to you about our community, about our activities to strengthen Jewish-Christian relations, to increase awareness about the common roots between them, and about the ways that we can together in this land defend it and coexist in the land of Israel, which we all believe, and it is written in our Bible, the land of Israel and not the land of Palestine. The land of Israel, it is called, and this is what we actually, as Christians, it's our duty to use the right termination when we call this Holy Land. So today I want to talk with you about my Aramaic population. Our Aramaic population actually are the indigenous Christian people of the Galilee, of Lebanon, of Syria, of Iraq, and they were spread all over the Middle East. And of course, they share a very, very strong Jewish traditions in their early churches. And let me remind you, as I said, the founder was St. Peter, and he was Jew. His name was Kepha in Aramaic. And when he founded this church of Antioch, and he had also a lot of followers, they used the Jewish ceremony and rites as they used to pray in their synagogues at that time. And many of these habits and traditions still exist in our churches. And we still, until today, have prayers and psalms of David and psalms and many other prayers that remind us of our common Jewish heritage. So when I say in Aramaic language, Am Abrohom, Am Ishok, Am Israel Shariro, it means I am praying actually for Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And I am singing for them in my church. This is what was mentioned in the Bible. The Jews actually started their journey with Abraham, with belief in one God, monotheism, by Abraham from Aram Naharaim, which was Aramaic kingdom in the region of Syria and Iraq. And he left all the way and came back following God's orders to the land of Israel or to Canaan. And later on, this land, Judea, Samaria, the Galilee, was promised to Jacob and his descendants, which was called Israel. And we call them the Israelites. So the Israelites share actually common roots with us as the Arameans. And these Arameans accepted Christ later on at the beginning of early stages, and they were called Eastern Christians. And from these Eastern Christians, when Constantine and Helena, his mother, accepted actually the teachings of Christ and the teaching of these early Christians, they were called Christians for the first time only in 325. From this stage, actually, Christianity was prospered and spread to Europe through the Byzantine Empire, adopting it. And from there, actually, it spread to the United States and Canada. So we can see that the roots of your Christian faith in the US and in other locations in the world starting on this land. And we are still have roots to our early faith, which went out of Judaism or developed from Judaism. Jesus didn't say in the Bible, I came to cancel. He said, I came to fulfill. And we are fulfilling, actually, what were the prophecies. And this is our faith. So we should be aware of these important issues. This Christianity that developed in this region was persecuted mainly after Arab Islamic conquest to the Middle East in the 7th century, my friends. And it's a great persecution, a genocide, I can call it. For 1,400 years, the Arab conquest, actually, forced on Jews and Christians, Arameans, or speaking Aramaic in this land, that share common roots with the Jews, to force into three options. One, Islamization. Second, to be a dhimmi and pay tax protection in order to stay alive under the Islamic State when they established that on the 7th century. And third, actually, or run away, fled from this area, or fight for your existence. And we can see the only Christian population of Aramaic background and ethnic background who kept surviving in very strong presence in the region were this Syriac Aramaic Maronites in the mountains of Lebanon, who established an autonomy on these mountains and survived until today. And that's why you find them concentrated most of the time in the mountains of Lebanon, about 1 million. We are in Israel, about 135,000 Christians of Aramaic cultural background. And they belong to different Eastern churches. Most of them today, we exist in the Galilee. In Judea and Samaria, we have only 35,000 Christians. And mistakenly, they call themselves Palestinians, but I have no problem. Let them call themselves as they want. We are a democratic state here. But I care for what I call my people that share common roots with the Jewish people. And we cannot come today and listen to some mistakenly people who saying Jesus was the first Palestinian, which is a big lie. Jesus was Jew from a Jewish family. And his teachings and his actually faith was actually based in Judaism. And this is actually what we still trying as Christians, and I'm proud Christian, to preserve a language that is common with Jewish people, which is Aramaic, Syriac, and it's the closest dialect to Jesus in the land. And beside that, to defend Israel as a democratic Jewish state. And that's why I served the Israeli Defense Forces. This is why I was a paratrooper in the army, and this is what I am leading today, actually, this movement of integrating our Christian population in the state of Israel. The only state in the Middle East that allowing the Christians to thrive and to feel secure and safe and act in freedom and freedom of religion. When we do ceremonies in Haifa, they close streets for us with Israeli police. No one even dare to attack us. These Christians, their brothers and sisters in Arab countries, don't even dare to do any ceremonies, walking in the streets with Christian crosses or signs from fear of being attacked by their Arab Islamic neighbors on Syria or in Iraq. We can see how great the persecution is in Iraq, in Mosul, in Nineveh plains. In Syria, we had 1.5 million Iraqi Christians. Today we have only, before the war, and today only 200,000 left. We had in Syria 2 million, and today only 500,000. In Lebanon, we have 8 million Maronites, Christians, Today, only 1 million still live in Lebanon, and all the others are in diaspora or in exile, as I call it. This is a genocide according to all terms of international, actually, NGOs, and according to the United Nations. A genocide has two, actually, ways. One is physical, and second, cultural. A physical is attacking the communities that are controlled by Islamic Arab forces since the 7th century, physically destroying them, and second, culturally imposing on them Arabism. And Arabism is one step, my friends, before Islamization in a cultural way. We are, in our communities, are not allowed to teach our own history, our own ethnic backgrounds. They force on us to teach only Islamic Arab history, my friends. If we want to serve this country, we are being attacked for siding with our Jewish brothers, allowing us freedom in this land. This is what's happening for Christians. Let me remind you what Jesus said to us. Love each other as I loved you, and people will envy and follow. If we protect and respect each other and defend each other and strengthen each other together with the Jewish people here in the land, our brothers in the land, we will be better respected, my friends. Let us not forget that issue. Let us not forget our persecuted people, the Jews and Christians in this land, including the whole entire Middle East, facing the same destiny. Same destiny. And they're going to face the same destiny. And I tell you more than that. If God forbid, Islamic forces, ISIS as they call it, or others, will invade this land or succeed, we will be the first to be attacked. And we will be the first to be wiped out from the Galilee. So yes, I encourage my Christian people in the Galilee to serve the IDF, to learn their ethnic background, that make them very aware of their common Jewish background roots as well. Because Aramaic is a common language for both of us, Jews and Christians, as the indigenous people here in this land. And this is something that will increase as well the support of Israel in the US. When they see that Christians and Jews in this land defending it, protecting it, not only by IDF, but also in the public, in Hasbara, as we call it, then the Christians worldwide will know the justice of this country and the greatness of this country. I know there's a lot of things we need to be doing together, from our Christian side and the Jewish side. And I can tell you more than this. No country is perfect. No democracy is perfect. Even the US, Canada, whoever you want, just name it, any democracy is imperfect. Israel is a great Jewish democracy, my friends. And it is also imperfect, has its own imperfections. But because it is democracy, we as a Christian Aramaic minority, we can fix these imperfections by integrating into the state of Israel, building bridges, building understanding between us and them, and help them understand ours. That's why I founded, just 1 month ago, the first Christian Jewish pre-military preparation program. Jews, about 20 Jews, boys and girls, and 20 Christians from the Galilee, boys and girls, will be taught together for 7 months in Kibbutz Bet Zera. They will be taught about Christianity, about Judaism, about Israel society, about ways to succeed in the society and better integrate into the society. And I am teaching them as well Aramaic language, which is both actually people's language before or pre-7th century. As well, we are teaching our kids in our elementary school, approved by the Ministry of Education, in our elementary school in Gush Khalav, where I live in the Galilee. We are teaching Aramaic language to revive the Syriac Aramaic among the Christians here. And as I said, once they are better knowing this language, they know actually how close it is to the old Hebrew, as we call it, or to old Aramaic language when the Jews used to speak it. Many Orthodox Jews still using it until today in their teachings. So, second thing that we are doing as well, we are having Sunday schools, and we have as well Aramaic camps, summer camps that we do. We actually working with Philos Project and bringing 3,000 Christians from the US and Canada to Israel, to our Aramaic Christian community in the Galilee, to learn about these common roots that we share with the Jews and about their own Christianity, about their own Western Christianity. Through us, they can better understand the common roots. So we have a lot still to give to this country, my friend, as Christians. And we can give, and this is our duty. And we as Christians in the West and the East have the duty of protecting this land, of protecting ourselves as well as Christians, defending our rights from people who want to annihilate us. I ask everyone from our Christian brothers and sisters in the West who want to partner with us to check out Philos Project website under I want to build Aramaic reviving projects, and donate for us and help us in our activities to succeed. Because our success is the Christian-Jewish relations success. And our failure here is actually the success of anti-Semitic people and anti-Israeli people and anti-Jewish people. This is what they don't want to see you doing. And I invite all of you to come and visit us or invite us to your communities, wherever it is. Thank you so much, and God bless you all.